Hey, what's up guys? It's Real Estate Vince here, bringing you guys another video. And today we're going to talk about some of the pros and cons of being a real estate agent. So without further ado, we're just going to hop right into it, okay? Pro number one, obviously, is making money. If you ask anybody why did they become a real estate agent, I guarantee you within those first 1 or 2 answers, they'll tell you because I wanted to make money. Now, because this is a commission-based job, there's no set standard as far as how much money you can make. It's endless. So as long as you're closing houses, you're going to be making a lot of money, okay? So pro number one. Con number one will be income inconsistency. Like I just said, this is a commission-based business, okay? So you can have 6 months where you're closing houses every other week and you're making all this money, and then you can have 3, 6, 9, 12 months to where you don't have any business. And it doesn't mean that you're not a good realtor, but it just happens. We go through bad stretches, okay? So you can be on the high 1 month and you can be on the low next month. So when you are making money, make sure that you're putting some of that money away just in case you find yourself in a bad stretch, all right? So for my next one, I'm going to use this as a pro and as a con. And that pro/con is you're your own boss. Okay, so you get to wake up whenever you want. You get to move about however you want during the day, following up with all your clients, and you get to decide who you work with and all of that. But at the same time, if you don't stay disciplined, and if you aren't getting up, and if you're not following up with clients, and you're not following up with leads, and you're not trying to, win the deals that you can win and whatnot, you're not going to be closing on any houses, and you're going to find yourself without any money and probably not in the business for too long. So being your own boss, it looks great, but there's a lot of work that goes into that behind the scenes, okay? Pro number three, you get to meet a lot of people. So whenever you're working a 9 to 5 and all that good stuff, you see the same people every single day, and sometimes it could get a little bit monotonous. With you being a real estate agent, you're constantly working with different people. Every customer brings a different set of needs. Every client brings a different set of needs, and you just get to meet a ton of different people, okay? So con number three, you have to depend on others in order to see these transactions through. If you're like me, if there's something that needs to be done, I'm going to do it right then and there. But there's a lot of people out there who don't have that same respect, okay? So when it comes to, like, let's say you have a buyer. You have a buyer you've been working with for 3, 6, 9, 12 months, doing whatever, just going out of your way, trying to help this person out. You might just get an email one day saying, hey, I've decided to stop the home buying process. Thank you for everything that you've done. And you're just like, wow, are you serious? It's a part of the business. It happens. Suck it up, buttercup. Move on to the next one. Another part, as far as having to depend on others on the professional side, you're going to work with other real estate agents. You're going to work with loan officers. You're going to work with inspectors. You're going to work with attorneys. You're going to work with contractors and a lot of people. And just because something is important to you, a lot of times it's not going to be as important to them. And if you need something done by 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, you might get it at 4:30 tomorrow evening. You might get it at 5 o'clock the next day, okay? And that's one of my biggest complaints when it comes to real estate is the lack of accountability for some of the other professions. But that's an entirely different video, okay? Now, on the flip side of that, another pro of being in real estate is you get to network with a lot of other professionals. Again, most real estate agents have that entrepreneurial mindset and that spirit in the business or whatnot. So you're going to meet a lot of other people who kind of have that same mindset, and you're going to find yourself mixing and mingling with people who want to do some of the same things that you're doing. A lot of real estate agents actually get into investing on the real estate side, or flipping and buying and holding and all that good stuff. And you're going to meet a lot of other investors who are doing some of those same things. Also, by us working with lenders and loan officers a lot, we're going to learn a lot on the financial side on how we can finance some of these deals that we want to do and all that good stuff, okay? A con would be redundancy. Okay, so being a real estate agent, the process is the exact same. Now, every client does bring different needs, but generally speaking, the process is the same. You get a new client, You sit down, you go over with the agency agreement, you get the pre-approval if they're buying, you size out how you get it appraised, possibly if they're selling the house, and then you go through the process. Either you put in offers, or you entertain offers, you go on the contract, you do all of the inspections, and then you go to close, okay? And great, the money makes it completely worth it, but sometimes things will start to feel a little bit redundant, and then you just got to look inside of yourself and try and find something to motivate you to keep going through, okay? My last pro will be pretty close to my last con, okay? And my last pro is you can work from literally anywhere, okay? You can go to the office, you can go to the library, or you can work from home. Now granted, if you gotta show houses, you gotta stay in the same area that you're in, but if you don't have to show any houses and you're under contract with somebody and doing negotiations and all that good stuff, you can be in your home state or you can be 1,000 miles away. And my last con would be is that you will work from anywhere. And what I mean by that is you might be on vacation. All right, I'll give you guys a personal story. I was in Hawaii earlier this year, and I had a couple of clients who were in the home buying process, and I had set them up with another real estate agent so that they can go look at houses if they found something they wanted to see, because it's a very hot market over here in Charlotte. You can't not look for a week and then think that something's going to be there next week. So they saw a few houses that they liked, and they called me one Saturday morning, and they wanted to put in an offer on the home. Now the offer, they were in the highest and best situation, and they needed all offers by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you do the math, the time difference from Hawaii to the East Coast is about 6 hours. So in Hawaii, I needed to have the offer submitted by 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was in Hawaii on a Saturday morning, typing up an offer at like 7:30 in the morning. So for some realtors, we love that. We love being able to go to Hawaii and work from Hawaii, and our business is back here in North Carolina. But some realtors don't like that. We don't want to go to an island and have to turn on our computer and do whatever to entertain whatever client, okay? So that's why I kind of put that as a pro and a con. It really depends on your perspective as far as how you perceive that, okay? All right, guys, so that's it for this video. Hopefully I didn't scare you in any way with some of those pros and those cons. There's a lot of good to being a real estate agent, but there's a lot of things that you need to be made aware of as well. And to be honest with you, some of the advice that I gave you guys just now, I wish I would have gotten that advice before becoming a real estate agent, and I could have been prepared a little bit more, okay? So ultimately, I just kind of want to prepare you guys for some of the things that you're going to have to face as a real estate agent, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll see you guys next time, all right?